Guys, and guess what? I got a +2 in the building. They come as one, but it's two individuals. And when I tell you these guys are family, nothing short of. But these products, when I tell you these products they have, man, is nothing short of amazing. I'm going to let them tell you about it. Give it up one time for Reset Wellness Group in the building. Man, I got Jason and Tahmika with me. What's going on, family?
Everything's well, man.
Man, it sure is. I can't wait to talk about this right here. I can't even put it down good. So, thank you guys for being a part of Spotlight over the city, first of all. Thank you for coming aboard.
Thank you for having us.
Man, we couldn't wait to get you guys on. So, you guys are like family to us. So, tell them a little bit about, you can start wherever, left or right side. Let them know a little bit about your company and how you got started.
How did we get started?
Well,
we love weed.
It's,
Hey.
That's where it all started.
So,
That's how it
Cannabis.
was.
We on the right page right away.
We love the
We started
cannabis.
off good. So, we started off as cannabis connoisseurs,
exactly.
right?
Yes.
Exactly.
So we are the founders of the Reset Wellness Group in Washington, D.C. We are a wellness and
Products, consulting.
wellness and consulting brand.
So you guys do cannabis consulting across the board.
Across the board.
So we help people who want to get into the cannabis industry. We help guys go from the legacy market to the legal market.
That's very
We do
important.
all of that.
So
Very
you show them
important.
how to become legal in the game.
Absolutely.
Did y'all hear? So let's give it up for that. Wait a minute. I said they help you legally get into the cannabis business.
Absolutely.
And so when you get into cannabis, don't say weed and all that. We use cannabis.
Right.
Because this is a medical situation.
Absolutely.
And so it's for the healing, right? Natural healing, right? Thank the Lord for cannabis. I'm so excited.
Say
Thank
that
God.
one more time.
My stress level would be so high without people like you guys in my life. Like, it would be real wild out here.
No.
And so we thank you for that, for bringing this product. So you got into the infused products as well. So it's not just the what we call the leaf or
Right.
the flower.
Right.
It's also, you deal with the juices and a lot of products. So I'll let you guys get into it.
So,
tell me what you got.
What we've done, I mean, we've been involved in cannabis. I've personally been involved in cannabis since I was around 13. And our love for cannabis has united us, probably saved our marriage a couple of times. You know.
Amen.
Amen.
Yes.
So,
Let me put
but-
some hearts up. Yeah.
But
Hearts.
the way the company came about, you know, we noticed the shift as far as what is happening in the cannabis industry, and it's a climate where we can't get left behind. So we kind of organically fell into CBD. Is what happened. Tahmika had knee surgery. She has got issues with her knees. I got issues with my back. We both have anxiety. So we kind of started using CBD as part of our daily routine. So
And it really worked.
yeah.
You know, you hear a
I wasn't
lot
believing.
about that it's a false, everybody's just jumping on it. It's the latest trend. But the product that we actually tried first, it really worked. But then when it ran out and I went to the dispensary, that stuff didn't work. So he started saying to me, I think you can make it yourself. And I was like, no, because he was already making the juices. I was like, I don't know how to make a pain cream, or I don't know how to make body butter. I don't know how to make tincture. I'm like, but he encouraged me to do the research,
Teamwork.
and I made it. We would give it to like his mom and my aunt, and the next thing you know, they're telling their friends, then their friends are telling their friends, and by the time the pandemic hit, it
went crazy.
It went crazy.
And a lot of
It went
people's
crazy.
businesses did the same thing. So shout out to you guys for doing the teamwork of it. He encouraged you, and then he jumped right in with you, and y'all did the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so fast forward, a lot of people, for you people who, I'm going to dispel the myth. A lot of people still look at cannabis as a drug, and it's so bad. That's all not true. We have to reinvent the mind, the thinking. Cannabis is a natural leaf, always was. It's for healing. It has so many different elements and properties to it that heal. We don't have a whole show to do it. It's that many, and no other plant heals like cannabis. So to be honest with you, the reason I'm a consumer of cannabis is because when I was younger, my store got robbed in Blainsburg. I was 23. I had a beauty and barber supply store, and some gunmen came in and pistol whipped me in the store and caused me to have scar tissue on my brain. And so I used to have massive headaches every single day, and I would take 800 milligram ibuprofens every day. And a young lady told me that that was bad for my kidney, my liver, all this kind of stuff. She said, you can't do that. So I stopped. Well, the headache came back in about 4 days, and it was horrible. So now, somebody came along and said, you should try cannabis. And so they didn't have edibles and stuff back then. This was a while ago. And so, of course, I went straight to the flower, and I had no headache. And I hit a J, and it lasted me 2-3 days. The headache was gone. Well, I was a cannabis connoisseur after that, and I haven't had a headache since I was 24 years old, and I'm 53. So that's my testimony to cannabis. And so for people,
well, I have on heels, and everybody who knows me knows I have not worn heels in over 10 years because of my knees.
See?
But since I've been using our product, and that's not a shameless plug.
No,
it's real. Like I got on heels today,
That's what's up.
it definitely works. And I think one of the differentiators for us is just trying to change the perception of how you can consume cannabis. Everybody thinks, it's just smoking.
Right.
But these juices.
Oh, let me just say, I'm gonna testify to the juices. First of all, I told you I'm a cannabis connoisseur. So this particular one, this right here, you ain't got to pay to do nothing. But this, let me just say, shout out to Sean in Atlanta. My homeboy Sean came up for the yacht party, and he consumed some of this prior to the yacht party. And he didn't want to go to the yacht party because he wanted to go to bed. I said, no, we got to get up. Actually, it was us going to see Vibe down at Hard Rock, and he didn't want to move. So this is a testament to the relaxation. It relaxes the muscles, give you a great night's sleep, this and that. You don't have to take your little sleeping pills and all this other craziness that people are taking. You can go natural, all natural, right?
All natural.
And so you guys also have rubs. Like, let's talk a little bit about that because Terry is waiting to hear about this rub.
Yeah, so I bought her one so she could try it out. But we have our relief bar. It's a mango butter base, and it's good for, it assists with inflammation, joint pain. A lot of our older clients love it. Like when I make batches, as soon as I put it on the website, it's gone. So get your orders in. When we release it,
You better get your
get your order in.
I'm telling you guys, I'm a testimony for this product. Like, these guys have an amazing product, and we love it. We love it. I tell you, my friend came to the house and snuck in the refrigerator and helped himself and put himself out real quick. Didn't even know exactly what he was getting himself into. I could have warned him, but they have so many different levels. There's different flavors to the products and this and that. And so, real quick, I want to ask you guys a few more questions. What was the mission and the vision behind Reset Wellness? What was your whole vision for
Well,
it?
when we first got in.
I got this one.
Oh, okay, excuse me.
Okay. What you got?
The mission is to create opportunity for our people. That's the end game. And we're just using cannabis as a means to get there.
So, speaking of end game, this was brought to my attention. I have to. This is the part that You married your weed man, right? That's your testimony. I married my weed man. What is the story behind I married my weed man?
Expensivest mistake ever.
It's my organic story. I met Jason because me and my friend needed some, and my regular person wasn't available, and my girlfriend called him up, and here we are, 20 years later.
Married.
And
doing the business
doing
together.
business together, parenting together. All of that.
So we just trying to do reset so she could make enough money to pay me back for all the weed she
all the
didn't
weed.
pay.
See,
All the weed she didn't
I
pay
think
for.
that's why Terry got married to me.
She saved herself a lot of
She
money.
would always smoke all my weed.
Yeah.
I used to be like,
It's gonna be
this
more.
a weed thing or is this a weed thing?
Yeah, you can't tell.
And so I
Can't tell.
It got jaded a little
Yeah,
bit.
it gets gray.
And so she married her weed man too. So.
Hey.
So hey man, I think it's a beautiful thing. I love to see black couples come together and do anything positive, basically. But when you guys can come together and what you do, to get separately together, that's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And I think with I Married My Weed Man, what we're trying to do, it's a lifestyle brand. And, we've been working behind the scenes. It really just came to life because someone asked how we met. And when I said it, they were like, oh my goodness, you need to do something with that. So we're talking books and play, like it just
Went crazy.
But we're really trying to eradicate that stigma around consuming cannabis as parents, as professionals, as lovers, and even as believers. Because one thing about us, we're in church every Sunday. You know, we are active members of our church.
Well, we in the bed every Sunday. But
well, you know, everybody's in bed.
That's the beauty of quarantine.
Yes.
So the realness of that is cannabis is a natural leaf and it's not a drug. So when you get rid of that misconception, you can bring God into the equation. It's a leaf. It's a natural product. It's not something that you have to attend to too much.
You can't even add anything to cannabis to make it deadly.
Because it'll kill the
Coca
plant.
leaf is a natural. The cocaine plant is natural, but it's what's added to it that makes it addictive. Tobacco is natural, but it's the nicotine that's added to it.
And it doesn't bear seed. See, Genesis 1:29 tell you a plant has to bear seed to be for the man.
Mm-hmm.
I just had to let you know that God was aware of cannabis way a long time ago. It's a natural plant, and it has the most healing elements to it than any plant known to man. So when they was going woo, 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 and smoking a peace pipe, it was cannabis in the pipe. I don't know if y'all thought it was crack. They wasn't on no crack or nothing. It was straight off the cannabis. It was just natural. And so they would meditate off the cannabis and pray and do things. It wasn't just for recreation.
Chinese dynasties, thousands and thousands of years ago. That's how I got here. Came through the Silk Road.
Shout out to my main man, Gilbert. What's up, Gilbert? What's up, Rodney Collins out there in L.A.? What's good, man? What's going on, Natalia? What's going on, everybody watching? We love you guys. Thanks for rocking. Frank Sparks, one shot. I see you, babe. Yes. So, what's next for you guys? I know you guys got a lot going on.
We involved with some major things behind the scenes, but you know the one thing that we want to make sure that we always doing is creating opportunity. That's pretty much why I wanted to go into business. I could sell weed to the day I die. I'll never go out of business.
That's a fact.
But can I elevate? Can I take it from the corner to the corporate? And also create opportunity. So we just want to make sure that we create an opportunity along the way. Right now we need drivers, you know, business is picking back up. We need bud tenders. We got a little situation with a storefront. But we got some major things going on where we can be able to say that we're proud of what we're doing.
I love
just stay tuned. Like that's part of the Weed Man brand is getting people to tap in and follow our story and stick with us, you know, for the journey because wellness is not a destination.
That's exactly right. Well, wifey said great sex, too. Cannabis is a miracle worker. I don't know why she's saying that great sex, but I'm going to agree with her, though. It's something, it can act as an aphrodisiac or something.
No
like
question.
it gives you a certain state of euphoria, so to speak.
And it relaxes you, it eases the mood.
All of those things. So not trying to get anybody on cannabis that's not interested, but just saying that it's not anything harmful to you. I don't know anybody has OD'd on cannabis.
You can't.
You're going to go to bed or eat yourself to be big, but you're not going to do anything other than that. So I want to thank you guys, too. Well, before you go, the pandemic. You guys said you fared well, but how did you work together? Because you guys were both home. How did you work together doing that, and how did it fare for you guys, in all honesty?
Oh, we don't have enough time for the honest.
I'll just say God's grace.
It was rough.
By God's grace only.
Yeah, it was rough for a lot of us.
I felt like in the beginning,
We didn't know it was rough
at
the time.
that was what it was. That's what it was. I'm thinking I'm just functioning how I normally function, but I really wasn't, you know. And I think marriage, you know, you're married.
Yes.
You go through things. You have the kids there. We now have the business out of the house. The kids are distance learning. We had to turn in the teachers overnight.
Right.
My house was just chaotic. So those moments, those juices, they come in handy. We don't smoke around our kids.
Exactly.
You know, they've never seen us consume. That's not something that we advocate for. But we do have responsible conversations with them. With our daughter, she's 9. Our son, he's too young to understand. But It was cannabis and Jesus that saved us and kept us through this pandemic.
No, it was so crazy. We didn't know it was crazy.
Right.
Looking back at it, it was crazy.
And I was like, how did we?
But I don't even understand. I don't even know what was going on at the time.
But I want y'all to understand that it wasn't just y'all. I think almost all of us went through some different spells. For one, Terry started working from home. Terry used to give me an outlet by being not at home.
Right.
I work
Yeah,
from home.
some
I don't
me
need us
time.
work from home. Just me. Don't
Right.
you be at home.
Right.
And so now she at home, you know, all up in through there. So it cut off. It gave
Your
it
whatever
gave a
your
different
normal
narrative.
routine. Yeah.
Yeah, it broke up the routine, right? So normally that would be the space.
I'm
you
still
need
trying to recover.
for yourself. So I just rehabbed the whole house and went in the basement, right? And so, okay, this is my office down here. Don't come down here from 9 to 5. Don't be down here. And so that's where you create the space. But that's what we had to do because
Not only that, not only having your maid home, but you couldn't go nowhere.
Hey, well,
You couldn't even go to the Fridays or stop and get a drink on the way home. Or, you couldn't do brunch like the women like to do brunch and have their mimosas and all
None
that.
of that.
You couldn't do nothing.
Right.
You couldn't do. So you didn't realize how much it was weighing on you because everything was taken from you.
And it was causing anxiety and a lot of other feelings that we had that we didn't normally have to deal with, right? And so I didn't know I was dealing with certain things, but I know I was smoking a lot more cannabis. That part I did know, and I was like, well, I'm trying to cope, and I was becoming dependent on that situation to cope. And so then we just had to start communicating a little bit better. And so that's what occurred.
I think we saw our uptick because also we provided a way for people to get their needs met in a safe manner. So, most people they have their way of getting whatever they get their recreational stuff from. So that was no longer an option. You couldn't maybe go to the store or go to even the dispensary if you got a medical card. So we presented an option for people to stay home and, get whatever they need without having to move. Same way you order pizza, you can order cannabis.
And so that's why we're friends, and that's why we're gonna do some business together and stuff like that. Because that's the thing we have to learn how to do, y'all. We have to be a tribe, right? We're headed for a time where we're gonna need each other way more than we ever did in our lives. Actually, we're there, and so we have to really start linking up and be a team. I don't care if you're on the street. I don't care where you are, guys. We have to really link up. We got to stop popping each other in the head and killing each other because we on the front line together. So you wouldn't go into the military and go into war and start shooting your soldiers and expect to win the war. You wouldn't do it. And so we have to realize that we really have a common enemy amongst us, and we haven't woke up enough to see it because fear has covered us. So we have to get back to that community thing. And this is what I believe in, creating family and community and linking, because when it comes time to need each other and you created a bunch of confusion, then who you going to lean on? You ain't going to have no family. So sometimes your family is not even related, and that's what we got. Right, so thank you guys for being a part of Spotlight, man. Let them know where you can follow you, and we got to get out of here because they done told me I didn't talk too long or something. They waving and throwing stuff, ready to shoot. So whatever you guys can do to let them know where they can get some of these amazing products.
You can check us out on our website, theresetwellnessgroup.com. We're on Instagram when they allow us to be.
There you go, scrubbing stuff.
Then we just were shadow banned. I had to argue with them to get our page back. But
hey, Mark, I'm beefing with you anyway. You need to stop this now.
It's
Come on now.
Reset Wellness _DC, and also at I Married My Weed Man.
That's cool. I married my weed man.
And shout out to Cece. That's our business partner.
What's up, Cece? And so shout out to everybody.
Yeah, looking back on it, the quarantine could have been I divorced my weed, man. That's the next chapter of the book.
Y'all still here. All right, we got to wrap. Thank you guys for coming. Let's give it up.
Thank you so much.
Man, next up we got. All right, commercial break. All right, we'll be right back. Spotlight over the city. Don't move.